Welcome back to PlayOnSports.com coverage of Friday Night Football. I'm joined by one of our, I went with players of the game because two players that I thought really stood out, and I couldn't just choose between one. So I was able to get both, so I have both. We're going to start with Parker Newman, a junior defensive back for the Amador Valley Dons, who had 2 touchdowns, very important touchdowns. They were the third and fourth scores of the night. The third score being a 16-yard touchdown catch, a ball that was put right there into your bucket there in the corner of the end zone, far from my reach. But then I saw you come up with it, just a fantastic catch to put you guys up 21-3. And then you had that interception, the fourth interception thrown on the night by Kearns, in which you raced all the way 67 yards to pay dirt to make it 28-3. So 2 touchdowns. We'll kind of talk about each touchdown and what they meant to you as far as the first one, getting involved in the passing game. You're kind of like a fourth, option in the pass game. When you talk about Miller and Cruz and Greenan. But you came along and you were productive. It was a drive in which you guys were putting plays together, and then you capped it off.
I mean, it was, like you said, it was a great drive, and Kyle was making plays. All the receivers were making some great plays. And, I couldn't have done it without my teammates. KG set up a great block down the side, and it was designed so that, I'd be wide open in the end zone. So. And
then, of course, take us through the interception. What you read, it just seemed like you just stepped in front of a pass. It obviously looked like your defensive backs had done their homework on Kyle Kearns. Only a sophomore. You guys kind of put him in pressure early and really feasted on his mistakes.
Yeah, the whole week we were talking about just taking away the slant and the out, the 10-yard out of the sticks. And the whole game, coaches have been telling us, watch the slant. And then, sure enough, run the slant. And then,
sure.
So Coach is putting us in a great position, and everyone is working hard watching film all week. So.
What does this victory mean to you? This is your first taste of this Battle of Pleasanton as a varsity player, but I'm sure you went through it in your JV freshman years, and of course, you've grown up with a lot of these kids out here. What does this rivalry mean to you? And now that you've won it, what does that mean?
Oh, it's unbelievable. I still can't believe it. All the fans rushing the field and stuff. Especially last year on JV, we had a really hard loss to them. So I'm speechless. It was unbelievable.
Awesome. Well, Parker, it couldn't have been done without your contributions tonight, getting the victory. You guys snapped the 7-game losing skid. Thanks for joining us. And now we'll move on to Kyle Moreno. So there we go. Kyle Moreno, pleasure to have you up here. He's our second player of the game. And, the reason why I picked you is because I felt there was a lot of questions I could ask you. First off, you did such a great job tonight in really controlling the tempo of the offense. Yeah, you only maybe had the one touchdown pass, but, you really did a good job. It seemed as if you came out tonight with a little – was there a little something extra tonight? Obviously, it's the Battle of Pleasanton. You've been a varsity starter since your sophomore year. You had lost 2 times, both games essentially knocking the Dons out of the playoffs. Just take us through those first 2 games in this Battle of Pleasanton rivalry, what they did, how the team felt. Obviously getting knocked out of playoffs and losing to your crosstown rival, that's like getting, just adding fuel to the fire. What was that like for you?
Absolutely. It was 2 tough years, especially my sophomore year. It was a tough one. I told myself I wasn't going to think about it coming in this week, but there's no way I could get it out of my mind. It was personal for me and personal for my teammates. Last year we lost a tough one. And obviously my sophomore year was tough, but we just knew all week that it was personal and we were going to take it on our shoulders this week. We knew all the fans are going to help us out, and Coach Sarah devised a great plan. We decided to spread it out a little bit instead of, last week we hit Miller all the time, and this week we were just going to spread it out, hit him with the running game. Our offensive line did a great job, and we just got it done.
Yeah, it seemed as if you were putting a little bit more mustard on your passes. I remember watching the game against Concord. I broadcast that game, and you guys kind of struggled to get things going against them offensively. But tonight, it seemed like everything was crisp. Everything was on the money as far as your passes go. You were just dialed in. And, it's kind of comparable to your sophomore year. You threw, some interceptions, and now Kyle Kearns, his first taste as a sophomore, and he throws a couple interceptions. Obviously, you get the first win tonight, your senior year, the last time you're going to get to play them in the regular season. What does the win mean to you?
It means a lot. I mean, first of all, like I said, I feel for Kyle Kearns. I was in the same position. I mean, he's a hell of a player. He's going to go on to have a great career. Talking about us, though, it means the world. It means the world. We said at the beginning of the year, our 2 goals were to make NCS and beat Foothill. Last year, we fulfilled the first goal. Or last week, we fulfilled the first goal. This week, we fulfilled the second. And it just means a lot to our fans, our coaches, and most of all us. Because, I mean, we're the guys that get it done on the field. And the coaches had us ready this week, and it feels really good.
Well, that's awesome, man. We wish you the best of luck going into the NCS playoffs. You guys look like you might get a home game out of this as well from beating Foothill, so that's the payoff. Get to play in front of the Dawn squad and the Purple Pit and the great crowd atmosphere that you guys have here at home. And you know, you showed not only that you're bright on the field, but bright off the field, man. Congratulations in your scholarship to Brown, and we wish you the best of luck if we don't cover an NCS game of your guys this season. So, folks, give it up for Kyle Moreno as well. That's going to conclude our Player of the Game interviews. I'll be back to wrap up the quick post-game, and then we'll get out of here from the campus of Amador Valley High School. But once again, they are victorious, and it couldn't have been done without our players of the game, along with the whole team. It really is a team effort. You guys kind of remind me of the San Francisco Giants kind of coming together as one, a nice big family. And it is the Dons taking care of business, snapping the 7-game losing skid, and beating their crosstown rivals, the Foothill Falcons, in the Battle of Pleasanton rivalry game by a final score of 28-23 in front of their hometown fans. Yeah, thank you, and have fun partying, guys.